What's good, YouTube land? Your ultimate form here, back again once again. And today we are finally back. I took a little break for with episode 50 of our Let's Play of Horizon Zero Dawn in the facility. And spoke to Silence. If you haven't checked out that episode as of yet, and you're here, I suggest you go back, see the foolishness that happened for me, especially with the Stormbird, and then reconvene with us here. In this episode, we're going to go and push forward and see how far we get in Gaia Prime.
Genetic identity confirmed. Entry authorized. Greetings, Dr. Sobek. You are clear to proceed.
If you like what you see here today, please make sure you slap that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, ring the bell to get notified of more content coming your way, and share with your family and your friends, because it's always helpful. Oops, didn't mean to go and do that. Which one was it? That one. We're gonna have to be going up and down continuously to find out where we're going. So again, let's see how far we get. This might be a few episodes of us kind of going through the facility, because I kind of don't remember most of it.
Logging arrivals. Shan Margot.
Welcome to Frozen Hell. Population 10.
11 counting Gaia.
Don't count your chicken embryos before they're incubated, hon. She's still firing up. Be a while before you eat that omelet.
I'm vegan, Travis. You'd think we'd worked in the same secret base long enough for you to notice.
We weren't scheduled to shack up here for another 3 weeks. You realize I just lost 350 kilos of pre-code smut comics in transit.
Wait, actual physical media? Why didn't you have it digitized?
Can't beat the feel of physical media on your fingers. And in here, we ain't gonna be touching a whole lot else. Figured I was gonna pass the time archiving them. What about you?
Me? Work, I guess. My task queue stretches out for like 3 years. There's a lot of sharp edges to round off. After that, I hadn't really thought about it.
Oh, you will. You're what, 30? Reckon you'll be the one turning the lights off at the end. Food for thought, huh, vegan?
This sucks forever.
Nah, not forever. Just the rest of your life.
Okay, that is the first log of many. I don't think there's any others that have Travis on it, but many of the alphas on the Zero Dawn project
Mind your footing.
Don't worry about me, bro. Many of the alphas would then move to the Gaia Prime facility, and we're gonna discover like some of the stuff they had to deal with, including not being able to reproduce and being made sterile as a precaution to maintain their stocks of food. That log is down here somewhere. I just have to find it. It was one of the ones that kind of not shocked me, but I was intrigued by it. Now, if I remember how to get around here, because what we're really after, look at me defying gravity. Yeah, something we're after is in here, if I remember correctly.
Another power cell. I only need one more to get to that ancient armor I found.
Just one more power cell. Just gotta remember where it is, because I don't actually remember where it is. I actually did damage, wow.
Guess that's my way across.
First time I came down here, I actually missed this jump. Scared the living crap out of me.
It's, held like this for 19 years, right?
Well,
Don't answer.
Yeah, don't ask him them kind of questions.
Glad that's over.
I just realised she actually has blaze canisters on her hip. How dangerous can you be? Okay. Wasn't expecting that to lead anywhere, but... Whoa, 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 whoa! Okay, I can't keep trying to take health, but... That's good.
Not this way. Maybe further up the shaft.
Okay, that's fine. I hope everyone is doing okay. I know that, myself in the UK and my European friends are experiencing a nice little cold snap. It's been snowing for the last few days here in the... It's been fun for me, but it is a chore to get around in snow because, as usual, when there's bad weather in the UK, everything stops. Because our travel infrastructure is not bad weather. Not do very well anyway. It's not like when I went to America, like oh god, it was many years ago. Went to New York during the winter, and honestly, I've never seen like a city. They say like it's true when they say it's a city that never sleeps because they.
This must have been where they lived. What's left of it. Once this was all enclosed by rock and metal.
Okay, so we got some logs to go find. But as I was saying, there in New York, they literally nothing stops. Nothing, absolutely nothing. I'm trying to recall whose room this was. Margot's room.
Record. I just woke up. I see the numbers, but can't make out the time. I was dreaming of... I was giving a lecture in Q Hall. Maybe it was something more shamanistic. I don't know. An audience of shadowy faces under a blank open sky. I told them the world ended with a bang. A plague of robots. The last humans. We went out, not with a whimper, but a whisper. You know, in caves, ending like we started, huddled around a flickering glow. The heads of state, the Fortune 5s, the leaders and lottery winners and life cults, all of them buried in their little shelters. Some believing they'll live it out some way, somehow, or Elysium, or us here at Gaia Prime, no different. A multitude of tiny societies taking hold, flaring, dying. Some will be beautiful, some horrific, and none of them matter. Short-term civilizations. One last gasp before the long-held breath. Before I wake up, I know the audience is gone. I'm talking to myself, to a quiet planet, a barren sphere. And her long, long dreaming. I hope she won't be lonely.
I actually can't remember what Margot Shan was in charge of, because this is like the first time we've heard of her up until this point. I might have to double check that before we finish in the facility to see what she was in charge of. That's the way forward. This is a dead end. Always got to double check dead ends these days, because in games like this there's always random stuff put in places you didn't go. Oh. Or is this the way forward?
evacuation happens so fast. No time to think things through. No time for goodbyes. There were lines in the medical ward. I told Tom Pake I'd be with him when he went under. But there was one last shipment of Paradis-Sade zygotes I could get processed if I rushed. I'm still angry at him for forcing me to choose. Angry at myself for Well, Gaia Prime's locks are sealed. Elysium sealed up, safe and sound. A distance of miles, but it might as well be on the other side of the galaxy. All the betas and gammas and support staff living their lives. If I hadn't been an alpha, if things had gone differently, I could have been there. Instead, I'm spending the rest of my unnatural life in here with people I don't even like. And without the one I would have gladly spent my life with. Given the chance. 2
Come on.
hours since I signed off on the final executables, and I'm already a bitter old man bitching to his focus. There's a thought for future generations.
Okay, he was another alpha. If I remember correctly, Ronson worked on Artemis. His mention of the songbird zygotes. But like loads of the people were not happy about what happened for the final phase of Gaia, partly because it was 3 weeks early, as Travis Tate. Yeah, wrong person. I think his name was Tate, but Travis said. Sorry, had to send a small correspondence. But yeah, it was 3 weeks early because like the situation with the Pharaoh peg just escalated so far that they had to move everything forward. We got wind of this beforehand because some of the stuff that we heard back in the other facility
Elizabeth's room.
said as such.
I know it. She didn't even get a chance to unpack. These are her journals. Elizabeth's journals. And they're all destroyed?
Scan them. The Focus can rebuild them, but the process is slow. To us it seems a powerful device, but its engine is tiny and limited.
How slow?
Days, weeks, years. Concern yourself with stopping Hades and extending the future, and you might live long enough to hear them.
So hopefully, oh, did I miss one? If I miss one, I'll have to just come back on it of my own accord. So these are the diaries, but hopefully these ones come back in Forbidden West. Which reminds me, I still need to go read the comic book before we finish this series, so I can talk about what we are to expect next, because that's rather important. So it was, I think it was three logs that we'll get later on. So we have to do a bit of backtracking to get back out and find another way around. This part of the game is not weird to me, but it slows down the pace a lot. These incursions to ruins and stuff. Some of these incursions are a bit different in terms of like what we go for like, so going through Elysium 9 was felt very urgent. Even coming into Gaia Prime kind of feels urgent, but not in the same way. And I actually can't remember how to get back up. I can't remember. Was there another exterior area? I actually can't remember this bit at all. Like, what's getting into Luthia 9, the game just is different. And doesn't feel this. I don't know what I'm trying to describe, but it doesn't feel the same. Yeah, that's death. I can't remember how to get out of this bit. We have to go further down, that's all I remember. But I can't remember the way down. Unless my peepers are deceiving me. I don't think it's exterior. I actually don't remember at all how to move forward. That's really bad. Oh, there it is. So this leads us back where we were. Because where we had to go was where we were. This is what happens. Sometimes you just gotta look up. Looking up. Death comes always from above. Just remember that, peeps. Death always comes from above.
Elizabeth. What is this?
Door's locked. Another room. Don't think there's anything in here. See, this is what I get for not remembering this part of the game. I probably should have done a pre-played this section so we can do this quickly. But I think part of the novelty of me playing through this game again is trying to remember what I did and how I did it. Okay, here's the prompt.
This is Charles Ronson. I'm logging this 6 hours after final deployment of Gaia Prime. This morning, an access port seal malfunctioned. Gaia Prime's port seals were designed to close with a seam of less than 2 millimeters. But this one closed with a 10 millimeter gap. Enough for an energy signature to bleed through. Enough for the swarm to detect this facility. Enough for Gaia to be discovered and destroyed. Enough to end the future we worked so hard to make possible. Unless the hatch servos were manually re-engaged from the outside. I'm now switching to a recording of the event.
Well, I'm not going out there. Not what I signed up for.
Either we sent someone out, or all of this was for nothing.
It should be Liz's decision.
So when is she going to get here?
She said 5 minutes. You don't think...
Oh no. Okay, everyone. I've repaired the seal. Gaia?
Seal closure at 1.4 millimeters. Confirmed.
Elizabeth, no. We'll find a way to bring you back in.
It's not gonna happen. The swarm's too close. Really. It's alright. Gaia's complete. She'll take care of things from here on out. That's what she does.
Not like this. There's so much we...
Guys, you know me. I'm no good at endings. At letting things end, so, let's not.
So, happy trails, Liz. And, see you around.
Yeah. Take care of each other, alright?
Liz.
I'm okay with this. I want to go home. Goodbye.
That was the last transmission of Elizabeth Sobek. She gave everything for the hope of life on this planet. And we are all in her debt.
So let's have a quick listen of these ones.
You'd hate it, Liz, but I wrote you a eulogy. I had to try to express all your children. After all Apollo has taught them, they'll think they know everything. But they have to understand what you did for them. How you loved the whole world so much. With an intensity that was dazzling. Bruising. And in the end, it killed you. Or you died for it. Different perspectives. No one could keep up with you, live up to you. I don't know, maybe if I hadn't taken that postdoc in Joburg. I'm glad you shot down the Lightkeeper protocol in the end. I don't think I could have taken seeing another one of you. I mean, Elizabeth Sobek. There's only one. I miss you. Evacuation happened so fast. No time to think things through. No time for goodbyes. There were lines in the medical ward. I told Tom Paik I'd be with him when he went under. But there was one last shipment of Paradiseidae zygotes I could get processed if I rushed. I'm still angry at him for forcing me to choose. Angry at myself for... Well, he died alone. And I didn't get the bloody birds of paradise saved either.
Oh, we did this.
I'm sorry you died. If you had a home to go to, I hope you got there first. But this monument Ronson's made to you? Kinda creepy if you ask me. Rest in peace, Liz. God knows you earned it.
Hey, keeping it nice and quick. This one's from Pharaoh.
No, Liz. I know you're never gonna hear this. That's not the point. You got to play the savior and the martyr all at once this time. Great work.
Coming from him, feel that's kind of backhanded. But yeah, so Elizabeth Sobek's end came at saving everyone else. It's only 3? I think it's only 3. Yes, only 3.
Aloy?
She's gone. Really gone.
She wouldn't have survived anyway.
You knew she couldn't have survived, Aloy. And her achievements were beyond exceptional.
While her people bickered, she was the one who took responsibility. The only one who could.
She was better than them.
That's not what I said.
She was. You shouldn't be afraid to admit it.
You think she was better because she was smart, because she designed Zero Dawn, but you missed the point. What made her great was that she was willing to sacrifice herself for others, for everyone who would come later.
No. She couldn't let her creation fail. You're confusing will for sentimentality.
I kind of agree with him.
Remember, she knew it wasn't enough for Gaia to think. She taught Gaia to feel. To care, to sacrifice, to believe in life. Enough to fight against hopelessness. If it wasn't for that sentimentality, life would have ended. You and I would never have existed.
Your argument is sound. I'm sorry for your loss.
She said she wanted to go home. Maybe.
What?
Nothing. It's time to go on.
So that's our next way in. That's where we're going. Okay. That should be our way up and.
A whole lot of so-called truth.
Oh, this is going to be interesting.
A whole lot of noise.
I want to talk about this one.
It's not tablet letters. It's poison.
So that one, I mentioned it before when we were in Eleuthia, but Apollo was deleted. That log was literally the moment by which Ted Furrow had made that decision. He firmly believed that the humanity of the future should not be privy to the mistakes of the past, so they can live a clean existence, unburdened by the mistakes of the past, particularly his own. We know that's not true because we're currently dealing with it, but he went through it out of his own self-loathing and disgust for himself, rather than anything else.
There's another section at the back of the crater. Looks like it survived the blast.
Because it was armored. You found the control room.
I'm on my way.
Cool, yeah. The echo is brilliant here. Other places it sucks, but here, woo! That could have been me. Why is it rumbling?
I've been taking a hard look at the project. In the end, it's simple. It's clean. It's clear. Erasure. Addition. By subtraction. I can make a better list. With a single stroke, make it all go away.
I really don't like the direction this is going.
Continue.
Ted Furrow talked about what he's about to do by destroying Apollo. Silence should feel some type of way about that, to be honest, because all that knowledge and the backups being deleted from Far Zenith, that would make me feel sour too. What was that? Supply crate. Love how that stairwell just survived. That's gonna be our way back down. So when we come back out the way we came. Just gotta remember where that last power cell is, because I kinda don't remember. Whole staircase survived.
What?
Because I know that both power cells are on our way out.
When I opened the hatch, the air rushed in from this side.
Because there was none inside the chamber.
But the alphas were in there.
Apollo's alpha, Charles, who was Artemis's alpha, and we don't know if any of the other alphas were here. We do know that some of the betas and deltas were elsewhere.
I'm locked out of core control. Alpha clearance overridden. What the hell is Omega clearance?
Oh no.
Alpha personnel. Sorry to alarm you, but I need you to listen, okay? To what I'm about to say. This isn't easy. See, please, stop trying to access the system, okay? See, what this is about is, I said stop trying to access the goddamn system. And what I'm trying to say is, I can't stop thinking about the ones who come after us. Those innocents. Those blameless men and women. We're gonna give them knowledge? Like it's a gift?
Ted. We've talked about this before. Apollo has 3,000 plus fail-safe conditions.
It's not a gift, it's a disease. They're the cure, and we're gonna give them the disease. Our disease? No, we can't. And it's not too late. If we're willing to sacrifice.
Ted, it doesn't need to be like this.
It already is, Samina. I did it 3 minutes ago. I've purged Apollo. It's gone, all of it, every copy.
A sacrifice? It's not a sacrifice, it's cultural obliteration, you crazy bastard!
Innocents have to die.
Emergency alert. Venting atmosphere.
And then he killed them all. Ted Faro, man. Ted Faro, bro. Ted Faro, you are a monster among men, fam.
He killed them all.
So this is why. This is why we were trapped in benighted ignorance for an innocent future. Blameless men. He never saw the slaughter in the Sun Ring. Everything these people achieved, all the knowledge of the old ones, evaporated, turned to dust, scattered to the void, like the Alphas themselves.
No. Not a void. When the hatch unsealed and scattered their ashes on the wind, it took them out among the world they made. The world we're living in. It's a monument to what they died trying to accomplish.
A monument to oblivion.
Not oblivion, silence.
He's pissed. He's pissed. I would be too. When I first saw this scene, I actually was mad because it's like Pharaoh made this mess in the first place and then did everything in his power to go and just disrupt it at every point.
The master override. It's so small.
Now all you have to do is kill Hades with it.
Cool, our task is done. And if I am not mistaken, look at the notebook. Those are all the hologram data points done. And there's a few more of these. We got some bits done. I don't go for 100% completion with like the notebook because that's long. Actively scouring the universe for stuff. What's still in there? Oh, potion. Just got to remember what the last power cell is, because I really don't. Really don't remember. So this is our way back to Silence.
Sound good?
Try not to fall to your death. The master override doesn't override gravity.
Funny. You know who you sound like? You sound like Zavala. See what I did there? Because he's the same voice actor as Captain from Destiny. Not that I dislike the big blue man, but so that's one. And there's the last one is somewhere else. I thought both of them were here. Perhaps I am mistaken. Perhaps I am mistaken. What is my family cooking? Ever it is, I want it because it smells nice. That actually hurt. Wait, didn't I go the right way? No. There it is. Honestly, don't remember this place at all. There we go. That's where we started. So let's head back up. Wait. Oh. Whoops. Went around the wrong way. Haha. Would you mind, Aloy?
You're here.
For a moment.
What?
Our journey together has come to an end, Aloy. But before I go, I think I owe it to you to tell you the rest of the story.
Go on.
Story time.
Some time ago, I admitted that I'd been involved with the eclipse. But I never told you the full extent of my culpability. The truth is, I was there at the beginning. I found Hades, Aloy, buried on that mountain, trapped in that shattered titan. And I served it.
What?
It promised knowledge and delivered. Such knowledge, you have no idea.
And in exchange?
I helped create the eclipse. Helped it build a cult, an army to do its will.
Why are you telling me this now?
Because your success depends on knowing this. When I found Hades, the first thing it wanted to know about was the Spire. Not Meridian. The Spire. Now why would that be?
The Spire was created by Gaia.
Which part of Gaia?
Minerva. Its code-breaking module. Gaia built spires to transmit the codes that deactivated the Pharaoh robots, shut down their biomatter conversion systems. Hades wants to send a new transmission. To wake the machines, so they can devour the world all over again.
Yes. Based on what we've learned, that's my conclusion as well.
So the Eclipse... the robots they've resurrected... they're just a means to an end. An army to capture the Spire.
Yes. So Hades can exterminate life all over again. Unless you stop it.
I want you to tell me everything. Hades, the Eclipse. Everything.
It's a long story, Aloy.
Then get started.
It began with a focus. Recovered from an ancient ruin, as yours was so many years ago. In my case, the device was heavily damaged. There was just a flicker of life in it. I spent weeks studying it, attempting repairs, until finally, I succeeded. A whole new dimension of perception revealed, right before my eyes. That's when I detected it. A faint signal. Out there, something was searching, just like I was.
A real kindred spirit.
I followed the signal to its source. A shattered titan, buried in the jungles of the Jew.
So you thought it was a Titan? An old war machine?
I didn't know what to think. I'd seen such wreckage before. The Grave Horde, for example. But this was different. This was not quite dead. It couldn't speak when I found it, until my repairs gave it a voice. So began an exchange of knowledge. It wanted to know everything about our world, its tribes and machines. But the Spire was always its foremost concern.
What did it want to know about the Spire?
Its precise location, the surrounding geography, who controlled the land. Meanwhile, Hades revealed to me many of the intricacies of ancient technology. It bid me to recover and repair more focuses. Before long, I had a couple dozen up and running.
Enough to equip a small army.
The commanders of one, anyway. I didn't care. I was learning so much. Physics, calculus. You have no idea.
And the Shadow Karja? How did they become involved?
The Karja Civil War was a happy coincidence. A perfect opportunity.
An opportunity? That's what it was to you?
Yes. Overnight, half the tribe was in exile, desperate to win back Holy Meridian. Their religion made them easy to manipulate. All I had to do was present Hades as the buried shadow of their mythology. So yes, it was an opportunity. I arranged for High Priest Bahavas to meet with Hades. Helis was there as well. And so the eclipse was born. Anything to win back Holy Meridian.
But Hades didn't care about Meridian. And neither did you.
We live in a world of fallen cities and vanished tribes. What were a few more? Besides, I was too busy setting up the cult's focus network to Hades' specifications. A thrilling technical challenge.
Ooh,
especially
okay.
with the alterations I included of my own design.
The ability for you to spy on them.
Yes. I may have been foolish enough to serve Hades, but I was never so foolish that I trusted it. I installed what the ancients used to call a back door in the network. Secret access, empowering me to monitor all activity and communications.
See? Silence is a smart
What made
dude.
you turn on Hades? It certainly wasn't your conscience.
Didn't trust
Actually,
him.
I was troubled the first time I saw the Eclipse raise an ancient war robot. With my technology. I questioned Hades about its intentions.
A little late.
Indeed. I'd already outlived my usefulness. When I completed work on the Focus Network, Hades summoned me to receive my reward. The next moment, I heard it broadcast my kill order. I've been a fugitive ever since.
Damn, son.
So when did I come into this? Our path together?
When Olin stumbled on you. System threat detected. That got my attention. A kill order against a savage Nora girl? Why would Hades bother with that? But then I saw that this Nora girl was wearing a focus, and bore an uncanny resemblance to a great scientist of the old world. Helis moved quickly. I thought you were dead. But then I detected your focus inside the Nora mountain. The more I observed you, the more convinced I became of your extraordinary nature and usefulness. Through you, I could finally discover the secrets of the Earth. I vowed to do everything I could to ensure your success.
See, he's
The
not a bad
rest,
guy.
as they used to say, is history.
Normally I say that, but I'm feeling silence as a result of like second playthrough and thinking about his motivations and stuff. Like, he's still a somewhat egotistical dumbass doing anything for the pursuit of knowledge, but he realized his mistake before he caught up with him.
You've done terrible things, Silence. But you've also done what you could to undo them. I can't say you've balanced the scale, but at least you've tried.
To be clear, Aloy, I would do it all again. A few more safeguards, perhaps. But basically the same.
Really? So much for learning from mistakes.
I've done all I can. From here on out, the rest is up to you. Take my lance. Fit the master override to it, and you have a means of injection.
Then I just need to get close enough to Hades' skull to stab it in?
Exactly.
Oh, no problem. Silence! Where will you go?
Elsewhere. And everywhere. There's so much more to discover before the world ends.
And all this?
I leave it to you, of course. As it turned out, it was yours all along. I was merely trespassing.
We'll see Silence again. Let's take Silence Lance, but first we have a couple more audio logs here.
I traveled far to find you. I heard your transmission. It was you, wasn't it?
These ones only unlock after you've done Gaia Prime.
I'm called Silence, and you are. I don't think you'd have called out if it wasn't something you wanted. You called, I responded. Will you tell me your name? Hades. You are a creation of the ancients. A war machine. Divine timeline. Time? Ah. It is the 13th king of the Karja Sundam's reign. Divine Karja. We're getting ahead of ourselves.
So you know what? Actually, we'll review these in the next episode. Let me just grab them all. And let's pick up his stuff real quick. Cool, so I'm going to end the episode here. In the next episode, I actually don't know what we're going to do. Gonna have to think about it. Gonna have to actually think about it. You might go do the DLC stuff next, but we'll see, because it's Lumen Shadows the next quest. I think it's the last quest, so I think we'll go do the DLC next, and then come back and then finish off doing Looming Shadow. But in the meantime, if you enjoyed what you saw here today, please make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you have not already, ring the bell to get notified.
I have to tell Avad that the Eclipse are ready to strike. After what happened with Dervahl, I know he'll defend the city, but the Spire...
Yeah, as I was saying before Aloy rudely interrupted me, share with your family and your friends, and I've been your boy Lan-hikaru, and I'll catch you guys later.